USC, the number 19 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Put total weather to crank us up. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end involved in games. It shouldn't be any different in this one. He's a massive part of what they do throwing.
And I think that's the biggest problem, to have a...
Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the grab. There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are
They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Buffaloes offense will have its first possession of the game. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking for a gap. It's Bray. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run about airing that puppy out.
Finds his tight end.
That means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Lewis to throw. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bucks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
10, USC 0.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive, bro. It's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reads and fires complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Got his man downfield. Good call, good. As they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Lewis wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Trojans make a living on stretching the field with big plays in the passing game because they just throw the ball to that receiver.
No doubt about it. And guess what? Everybody in Hollywood likes this, right? Like the big, explosive, dynamic, fun plays. And that's exactly what USC does year after year.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Gonna run it. It's Brink. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Brink. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Lewis to throw. He's got him. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Back's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He'll throw on third down. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play and a first down just outside the red zone. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He got it. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. There he goes. Man, just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. The Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Lewis wants to pass. The short hands, it's Bray.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route. Lewis to throw.
grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Working on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups. And this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
They'll move the wide receiver. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, USC. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Mississippi State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They've got a 1st and 10 as we are inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. They're going to ride this running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Finds his target down the middle. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on at midfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked. And
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Working the middle, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down and more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls off.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Lewis to throw. Catch in the middle. It's great. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Working the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs down.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Buffaloes in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to...
He's got it along the sideline. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the run, fires downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Uncorks one. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got just steamrolling the defense. Flying down the left side. Touchdown Trojans. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
On to attempt the try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finding an escape route. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third down, he drops to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis wants to pass. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really